Okay, let's start with Don.
Yeah, this is a yellow rose, obviously. Of a bouquet of them. But this one I like the layers in this one really well. And so I Photoshop, took some of the blemishes out. There were some dark spots on the edges and stuff that looked like it was starting to get old real bad. So I took them out. And then I wanted the topaz. And then precision detail. And I did some AI remix with just peachy and reduced that by 38%. Excuse me. And then I added a watercolor look and reduced that by 50%. And then I did a Renoir with a soft light at 17%. And then added a palette and knife oil at 38%.
You just kind of built up as you went.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And then I took it back in Lightroom and did a radial gradient on the inner part of it. And put a topaz frame on it.
So brighten this up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the spots that are highlighted on the rims there, they was really bright, so I toned them down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
I wonder, it looks like you got a couple artifacts from one of your topaz things here that you could probably knock out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a little bit there, but yeah, those were the two I saw the most. These I don't think bother me so much. Maybe it's because they're light on a dark area. They're easy,
Yeah, it could be.
easy to see. Yeah. Anybody have any comments on this one?
No,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Looks pretty good. All right, let's move on.
This is a yellow finch that I shot last week. This is a male, and I done kind of the same thing again with this one. I put it in Neo first and did a structure on it. And then I brought it back into Photoshop and put it into the multiple blend mode of 18% of a linear dodge on just the finch, and then painted the finch a little brighter, and then I put it back into topaz and did a autumn scarf on it.
I haven't tried that one. Yeah, some nice textures there.
Yeah, I liked it. I like the background. I like the texture. Really makes the bird pop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think one of the textures from topaz I recognize, it's got this dark edge going around and then this little flip thing coming around here. You can eliminate that by making the texture bigger, or getting a mask and just selectively taking those out if you don't
Oh,
like.
okay. I honestly, I didn't even see that before.
Yeah.
Missed that.
Yeah, I just recognize it, but yeah, it's pretty easy.
I see it over the orange there.
Yeah, you can see it pretty easily right here.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I think you could crop off the bottom of that image. There's a lot of stuff going on down there that's just kind of doesn't lend to the picture, I think, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I kind of like this corner, but yeah, this is kind of busy here. I suppose you could obscure this more if you didn't want to crop it. But yeah, let's see the crop. Something like that. That could work too.
Yeah.
I think that makes a cleaner, simpler image. Your eye is not drawn down to the bottom and it
That's
just,
true.
you go right to the bird. And
Yeah. And those don't bother me as much now. And I like the dark corner on it. You already got the dark here, so yeah. Yeah, just be aware, you guys, if you're in Topaz and use those textures, some of them do that sort of thing, and you can go in and mask it out, or you can grab the texture and make it bigger. You know, you could just stretch it out this way a little bit on each side. You know, if the height's where you want it, you can just take the sides out. I don't think you have to keep it proportional unless it's got circles or something in it that you want.
Okay.
All right. Good.
ooh,
This is another female pin here. I put that in AI remix and then added a daylight fade at 50%, and then did called it a fading truck look to it, and then a Van Gogh type look to it. The
That's all.
background.
And that's all in Topaz?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing my eye keeps catching is this little dark area coming off the beak.
yeah.
I just maybe knock one or two of those out.
Okay.
Anybody else see anything? That's really pretty.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It's kind of real fluffy and ethereal.
Background's fluffy too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Real nice.
Thank you. This is just an early morning shot where the light was coming low across the pond. Pretty much, I think the only thing I did on that was in Neo, I went in and added the sunset. It was actually a sunrise, but I put a sunset yellow through the center of it there to kind of pick up the light in there.
Mhm.
Didn't notice until after I got to working on it, there was a duck sitting behind the Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
Being there.
Oh, there, yeah.
Yeah. He's hiding out there pretty good.
Yeah, he kind of blends in.
Yep. That's funny. Yeah, that works out real nice. Yeah, I really like this reflection.
That's what caught my eye to start with. I could see that when he was walking along, we were following that reflection.
Yeah. Yeah. Two things that might, well, actually three. You got a little horizontal line here. That one doesn't bother me so much, but this one here and this one, you know, you can either get rid of them or break them up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice.
And this was just a wildflower that I shot last month out in the woods someplace. I don't really know what it is. That was, didn't do anything real special with that. Normal stuff in the Lightroom.
Mhm. Was this the way it was oriented or did you flip it 180?
That was the way it was hanging, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to put the camera down on the ground. It was that low.
Yeah, it's amazing you got some light being down there.
I had a flashlight.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
I put a flashlight on because it was black.
yeah, I can imagine. It'd be pretty dark down there.
Yeah.
So you have
I
like
had a
a-
dark
like a-
light, then I darkened some
So
of
you have an
the
LED
stuff in the
flashlight?
background because the light was too bright.
Yeah, yeah. So you got a
Yeah,
little,
that was with a little flashlight I had.
yeah, LED or,
Yeah,
yeah, nice. Yeah, those are handy.
there they are.
Okay.
Easier for me to handle than the flash.
Yeah, sometimes. Or maybe come a little tighter on this one too, especially on this side. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, that'd work.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Go to Jim.
Ooh,
A little bit of an abstract here.
wow.
Is that a piece of metal or water or what, or both?
Well, if you go to the next picture. That's what it-
Okay.
Uh, I took this shot and I jumped and
I bet you did.
when I saw and that just missed me by about a foot. I'll tell you, if I hadn't jumped, I'd have got hit. That's about 3.5, 4 feet long. But I thought, well, I'm going to do something with that. So
There you go.
the trick was I was trying to cut it out and I was having just immense problems with it. So what I finally figured out after my first 3 failed attempts was I just turned it into a black and white and then just darkened the rest of the area around it rather than removing it and putting it on its own layer, which I had crazy difficulty with because the pixels on the edge are really, they kind of transition into gray and black and it was just
Right.
cutting it out was just a nightmare. So turning it black and white worked for me.
Yeah, I think probably the only way to get this out would be to do a path around it.
Yep. You could do a path thing. It was pretty tedious.
Yeah, it would be.
This was pretty quick and dirty. So yeah.
Yeah, so lemons you make lemonade, poop you make abstract. There it is. Fun.
Yeah, I turned it on its side. I just thought it was more interesting on a horizontal.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
yeah.
That's true. That's
Well, this is pretty fun too, with the blue sky. Pretty graphic. Do you realize what's going on? It's very graphic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are big birds.
What kind of bird was that?
That's a blue heron, great blue
Oh.
heron. That was a big one.
Yeah.
I think I personally, my opinion is he was targeting me, I think. So I don't think it was an accident. I think he saw, oh, there's a photographer. I'll just nail him.
All right.
That'll
There
be
are no
fun.
cars around. I might as well do some humans here. Oh, wow. Yeah, I like that. I wonder, maybe you could just crop this thing up, get back there. Something like that. And then just clone that out.
Yeah.
It might be kind of fun. Yeah, or you can come out further if you want to do more cloning, but
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just a mallard duck landing on the pond. I was using a little bit of flash fill here, but I don't think I got a whole lot of, it's hard to say because the bird was fairly far out, but it was kind of, the water was very dark, but there was a little bit of light on the bird as well too.
mhm.
And then I just went in, there was a lot of cottonwood seed. And I just went in and kind of up above, there was a lot of cottonwood seed and down below, I just removed a lot of the cottonwood seed. It just made it really too busy, but I left some of it in.
Yeah.
I see a piece up above the wing there that maybe I could have removed there. It's right in there. That one looks like a problem there.
Maybe that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take part of it out to separate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got one right here,
Oh, yeah.
right next to his beak. And I'd probably put maybe a little sharper catch light in his eye to
Okay.
cheat the focus a bit because it's soft.
It is soft.
Yeah, but I think, yeah, just a little. I don't know if that would do it or not. We'll take a look here. Yeah, so. What do we got here? A bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, the first, it was a 3 burst and the first 2 bursts, the focus did not catch the bird at all. This was the best focus of the 3. And then I sharpened it quite a bit to try and, save the
Yeah,
image.
it's pretty good all overall. And
I was panning with the bird, but still I had a fairly slow shutter speed. So,
yeah, you're really good out of here. I'm guessing the strobe froze this stuff. It was closer in. Yeah, maybe just do a little streak. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know how to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just doing it on an extra layer. And maybe we'll pick something there and make it a little brighter. Just kind of.
It does create an illusion of sharpness when you do that, for sure.
Mhm. Yeah. And then maybe go again with just almost white and make it a little smaller. Let's see here. Yeah, like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that'd be enough. So, yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Okay.
Just a water lily. I did some topaz on this one and changed the hue a little bit of the water and saturation and so forth on the water lily. Got kind of a little bit towards the purples. And I don't remember what topaz. I was going for something that's a little bit soft, and then I think I erased it off the stamens, pistils in the middle.
Yeah, I would definitely get rid of these.
Yeah, that little white spot,
Especially this one, I really.
That's a really bright one.
Yeah. I would probably just clean those up. Other than that, I think you're pretty good. Huh. I think he's putting on the brakes here.
Yeah. I shot this about 12, 15 feet away with my 600 millimeter, telephoto. And I think I cranked it up to f11 or something like that to get a little bit more depth of focus. And then took it into topaz and put some effect on. I kind of wanted to try some different ones, but I wanted something that was kind of sharp looking. So I don't remember what it was, but one I'd never used before at any rate. So, and then after that, I kind of changed a little bit of the hue of the background. It was green, but I just changed it and put a little more yellow, I think, into the background to go with the orange. I thought a little better.
Yeah. That works nice. Yeah, I like the effects you got. Really nice textures in the wings.
Yeah, I was really
And here.
looking to do something on the wings.
Yeah, pulled up the hairs nicely too.
Yeah, it did. I wish I should write these things down because sometimes you
remember
go
which
go
one
back to them and you're like, what the heck was it that I used?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people put them in the file name, which helps. Or if you're doing Photoshop, just name the layer.
Right.
Yeah.
I need to start doing that. And there's even there's a notes down there where you can put in a little note.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I got to start doing that because
I'm guilty.
I forget these things.
Yeah.
I hear you, James, because I tend to do the same thing. Yeah.
Memory? What memory?
Yeah.
Or I write it down, but then the piece of paper that I wrote it down on goes missing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty.
Ooh,
Yeah, this was an extremely large anchor chain. This chain is really pretty significant from a ship. Anyway, it was laying on this rotting dock where these succulents started growing. So I kind of just used the chain as a frame to frame the flowers up a little bit.
Mhm.
And then I did also take this into topaz. I didn't want and I darkened the chain down. The chain was pretty bright and I darkened the chain down and I tried to tone it down a little bit. I didn't want too much detail, but I was trying to find a balance of detail in the chain plus, versus the detail in the flowers. So
Mhm.
I was just trying to create some kind of balance. So I don't know if I got it or not, but
Yeah, I think it works.
yeah.
Yeah, again, just a couple of little hot spots back out. Maybe this one here too. Get those because they're in the
Okay.
shade. Yeah, one here too. Yeah, I like the contrast.
Yeah, so trying to go with the nature versus man-made versus soft versus hard, etc. So just
Yeah.
some contrast, light and dark.
Yeah, it works. Excellent. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Kim.
just 3. This is one that I showed the last time, but this is from Bryce, but I took it into topaz and put a different filter on it. I just wanted some sort of soft feeling to it. So this is a chalk pastel filter.
Mhm.
Just gave it a different look, different feel.
Yeah.
My thought on this, if this were my picture and everybody has their own thoughts, is I'd mask it and on the part where the person is and the nearest part, I just sharpen that part up a little, maybe take a 50% or something. And
Okay.
yeah, for me anyway, and then
Uh-huh.
I leave 100% on the background. I just bring a little more detail into the foreground. I don't know. What do you think of that, Sandy?
Yeah. Yeah. Or even just do this corner here, a little sharper.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think this edge could sharpen up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could sharpen these up too. Do you get more separation?
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah, let's take a look at that. You use topaz.
Yes.
You use Neo or not?
I do not have Neo.
Okay, let's go to topaz. All right, so well, let's do detail contrast. And let's just keep an eye on this area and forget about the rest for now. Yeah, maybe about there. Well, now that I'm looking at this, maybe you could just do a gradient with both of those. And since I keep it as a look, I can put my mask up here on the folder and only have to make one mask instead of 2. So I can make a mask here and do a gradient. And let's see, maybe have it break right around here. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. So it just kind of naturally falls back.
That
So-
works, I think.
Yeah, so basically from about here up, it gets the strongest areas here, and then it works its way back to about here, and then it drops off.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
Now, if you don't set it up in a folder, you can just take that mask and copy it and paste it to the other one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, in the mask area, I leave under, yeah, under these three dots, you've got the copy up here. And then after you copy it, if you open up another one like that, you can just open that
Paste,
and you get your paste.
paste.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay.
And this is another from Bryce. And I use the line and ink filter
Mhm.
in Topaz on this. I just brought up the colors a bit. Just wanted to kind of enhance the colors a little. This was again morning light. And then the line and ink, I thought just gave it a more of a textured look, a little harsher look, but I was kind of going for that.
Mhm. Now, did your original image have a little more detail, the highlights?
I brought the highlights down a bit because they were kind of blown out. I brought them down I couldn't bring them down too much because then they were getting muddy.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, again, if they get muddy, just change your color temperature or your saturation.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll help it out. So like, I don't know, you work in Lightroom or Photoshop or?
Yeah, I use Photoshop a little, getting better with it.
Uh-huh. Well, where did you take the highlights down initially?
I don't know.
Camera
I
raw
honestly
or?
don't know. Not a whole lot. I took them down initially in Lightroom.
Oh, Lightroom. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so basically camera raw will do the same thing. So yeah, oh, that's strange. It's done that before. I don't know what the deal is with that. Ever since I updated. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so if we were just gonna do it with a brush, I don't know, do you do local or do you do global when you?
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you say
Are
that
you working globally or locally on when you're doing your highlights?
locally.
Locally?
Yeah.
So locally, you know, you can do it with a brush. Am I 100%? No, I'm not. There we go. Let's just take this area here and come back and turn auto mask on. So we get rid of some of this. Okay, close enough. All right, so as you bring the highlights down, yeah, it's going to get muddy like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you can do is go into your color temperature and warm it up. And you can make it a little red too if you want. And then that way, you can even take it down a little bit more. It's starting to mud up there, but yeah, right about there, you're still okay. And then if you need to take it down that far, it gets muddy again, then just take your saturation up.
Okay.
Yeah, so between your saturation and your color temperature and tint, you should be able to alleviate that. If none of that works, then you've got this color chip here.
Mm-hmm.
You click on that, you know, you can either pick something here, or if you hold down, it's a glitch. You can't pick on the image, but you can cheat. If you hold down your eyedropper here and then go into the image, you can pick.
No,
You can pick from here. So,
Okay.
so maybe we want this color here. Okay. And actually, that looks like it's showing up purple. Let's just pick something here for now. Maybe a little orange here. Maybe something like that. So this color here. Okay. You can even take the saturation up a little bit. And
Hey, Sandy,
yeah,
not right below it, there's a blue and a light blue, and tell me what, are those like,
those are probably things I've picked in the past.
oh, those are things you picked in the past. They're not necessarily keying
Yeah.
off the color that you picked now.
Nah, they just,
Okay.
yeah, I think they're what I picked the last time. So see, now you've got this here. And,
uh-huh,
yeah, and then you can take your saturation back down a little bit. And at this point, you're probably going to want to bring your whites back up a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
okay,
It's basically like coloring, like a blend color mode. A color blend mode, if you're doing in Photoshop. So like if we cancel out of this altogether, yeah, we'll dismiss that. All right. If we went and made another layer and we changed the blend mode to say color. All right, and then we picked the brush and maybe something like that, made it a little brighter. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just started. Can't see my brush. There we go. Yeah, just start painting it in.
okay,
Got a little green in it. So basically, if that's the case, you'll want to pull it down a little redder. There you go. There. Yeah, so basically it's like doing that. That's the other way you can do it if you want. If it gets a little too gray on you, you can do that. Or you can look through your blend modes.
thanks.
Yeah, you can look through your blend modes and see what else might work better. Yeah, it looks like saturation might work better in this case.
Thank you.
Or hue or saturation, yeah.
Okay,
You can also look at, yeah, overlay is going to make it too bright. Maybe you might want to multiply it. Yeah, you could multiply it and then take it down a bit. Yeah, something like that. So wherever you paint, it's just, yeah, at that range. So a lot of different ways you can get there.
sure, okay, great.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah. Elvira's.
And this last one was this was on my iPhone down at Elvira's.
Mhm.
And I just happened to be looking at the mirror and saw all the reflections going on. The mirror was cool. And then with all the reflections going on, I just thought, well, I thought I was out of the frame better than I was once I pulled it up on my
Oh, there
phone.
you are. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's like, hey, it works.
Yeah.
I just took it into Topaz and brought up enhanced the detail a little bit in the contrast and didn't do a whole lot else to it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I wonder if squaring it up and cropping it might help it out a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, you could just go into Photoshop and just unlock it and then go to edit transform right here. And I would first try distort. You can do distort or skew, but basically if you hold your shift key down, it'll keep it going pretty straight. And if you need help, you can also turn on under show here, you can turn on grid so you can kind of see
Okay.
against some straight lines. Yeah, so it's probably about there. Looks pretty good on that side. I could just pull up a little bit. Yeah, and then this could come down a little. That looks pretty good. And then you could just crop that. Yeah, maybe we leave it just a little bit there. There we go. Check off that grid. There.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Mhm. Okay. Well, I didn't do a whole lot this week either. I've been watching these juvenile hawks running around here. I don't think you've seen these, but I showed them in the bird club the other day.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, let me just
Oh, wow, yes.
yeah, do that. It's weird that the mother does this one-legged thing. I haven't seen the father do it, and now 2 of the 3 juveniles are doing it. So I don't know if it's hereditary or what. But yeah,
This in a fountain somewhere?
yeah, it's in my backyard. It's like the
Okay.
top of a little waterfall feature on the pond here. Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. They all have a little different breast striation. You can see that one's quite a bit different than this one.
Has he got some food in his beak there?
I don't think so, but we can take a look.
There's something there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Maybe he's got a twig or something in there. I don't know. Yeah. Both his parents have orange. One has orange, the other has red eyes, but it seems that all the juveniles have green eyes, which is kind of bizarre. Maybe they have a double negative or something in their genes. But yeah, here's the mother. So you see she's quite a bit different. A lot bigger too.
Eyes must change as they get older and mature.
Yeah.
That could be, yeah, like children. Yeah, like my one granddaughter had really blue eyes, and now they're kind of gray-green. So yeah, could be. Could be. And then this was just some cactus blooming after some of the rain the other day. Little bitty ones. So it's probably about 5 inches in diameter. And then shot of the monsoon with the rain.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
I added some lightning to it. So that's without the lightning.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Which way you guys like it? With or without?
I like it with the lightning.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll leave it in there. And then let's see here. Let me just hide this. Somewhere I've got a motion shot of that one guy up in the fountain. I think you guys, well, I sent it to Mike, but he didn't play it during the SIG because I guess he couldn't find the link. I sent him an email. Let me find this real quick. I think I got it. That's the hummingbirds. There it is. Yeah, just like this big. So he leaves a little present on his way out too, Jim, but
Bath time.
that was pretty
Smart
far
bird.
away. So he just polluted the water. Yeah, he comes here every afternoon, takes a little bath. That's kind of fun.
We've got a bird bath in our backyard and I see birds drinking from it, but I have not seen one get in and splash around to cool off at all.
Well, that's surprising. Well, I haven't seen them today, but of course it's really hot today. They're probably hiding out somewhere. Yeah, quit hiding behind the rock. He does that too.
What's your frame rate on this?
30. Yeah, it's
30?
1080p 30, yeah, or 29.9, whatever it is. I'm still figuring out because it gives me an ability to set a shutter speed, but obviously it doesn't use it. So I think I'm on a F11. Yeah, there he just took a little poop and off he went.
That means they're gonna take off. That's.
Yeah.
See him do that, get ready for the takeoff shot.
Yeah.
Right. So he goes, "Whoop." Yep, right about there.
What size lenses are you using?
That's a 500, 100 to 500 zoom on the R5. Yeah, and then here's that same monsoon. I just got it with the real lightning. Yeah, there's a lot of cloud to cloud lightning, actually.
Now, did you get any rain out of this?
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
no. It seems very typically it goes down those, it comes from the south, it looks black as hell, and then it splits, and it stays on both ranges, east and west here, and nothing comes up the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you pull one of those lightning frames, it's just not enough.
I haven't tried, but yeah, it might be. But actually, this is off my iPhone, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's probably a lower res. But yeah, you can hear the I-19 traffic in the background. Yeah. So I guess that's all we got for this one. Let me stop the